inside who come to see her and joins us. Certainly, Chris Luke, the only players with back.
Even though that was a tough game for as a layup package and mid-range.
Take a piece of Collier out, 4th straight game. Boston and Uhas with the tip, and here's Kate right off the bat for Alana Smith. Minnesota, and underneath to Boston. That was a nice look from Smith. Look on the baseline, but Uhas has been terrific so far in the month of July. That rims Uhas. Bridget Carlton, she's going to Paris to play for the
McBride.
Clark takes it right to Hughes, and then shoots it over Boston. It was with Chicago last year, and that's a Boston moving screen. Chemistry on this Lynx team. That's nice. That shows the teamwork. Pass, and she's going coast to coast. Clark found it.
In the paint, that's something that the Fever have done really well in the month of July. But Alana Smith,
100% agree with you about Alana Smith. Kind of,
and look, there's a backdoor cut. So interesting.
K-Mac. Just a little bit too strong. Ooh, how about that? To get by Carlton, and then Aaliyah gets it inside. Smith was able to save. See the height advantage, Samuelson over Williams, but then she saw now Smith with the 3.
Off of a little bit of a skid. She's been able to do that in this start. This team really maturing, and when you look at points in the paint in the month of July, they're actually 1.5 points in the paint.
And now look, Melissa Smith at the line. Crowd, the Lynx fans are screaming too.
I was just about to say.
They're not going to get. Williams elevates.
And in.
Caitlin, long range shot, beautiful. What a bounce pass into a left.
The battle of the pocket passes in this one. We might have some, or we will, and have seen
on the line this season. We take a look at the upcoming beat in Phoenix. Boston's first miss. An all-star team. Oh, Carlton just.
And the way that she approaches the game, just a little bit ahead of herself on that one.
Now Samuelson nails it. And now Mitchell got hit. And I like what she said as Mitchell hits the 3. She said they're at peace about that first and foremost is what she wanted to see improve today. They are 13 years in that loss to Seattle.
Okay, there's a lot. Smith had a terrific game.
Carlton. Williams is slow. Mitchell, no, and then bounce pass. And Smith met Aaliyah Boston. Xander Lucini.
Definitely brings energy on that side of the ball, which is key to the identity of the squad.
Yeah, absolutes on the other end of the floor. That was a tricky bounce. Taking it right to Clark. Threw it up left-handed. There's Caitlin's foot. Eidemann got a hand on it. Boy, Indiana's lucky to. McBride wanted it. And just rimmed out. Smith. Maneuver. Nothing. Fever run. And then Smith called. And this month is about to get even.
Such an incredible display. The Olympic team, the WNBA All-Star.
And that's one great thing about when we do have an Olympic year on the perimeter on Caleb. That is a tough pass.
Wow.
And somehow she
learn one another.
And now Xander Lucini hits one over Clark. Remember her when she signed as an undrafted shot clock dying. They just get the shot off. Hold with all sorts of moves. McBride, step back 3 at the buzzer.
Just coming for Clark. McBride did a great job of working around that screen.
They are just going to go swarm on that inside.
Only 3 members of the Lynx, Alana Smith, Courtney Williams, and Xander Lucini for Indiana. Caitlin step back. Also misses. Xander Lucini got it.
3-point shooting as
Mitchell, no. Mitchell, a little bit of space. Ooh, in and out. Dorka, follow. Nothing so far in this quarter, and Dantas ends that.
Same execution.
Williams thought she got fouled. And then Carlton just needs that much room. That's right, Canada getting back to the Olympics is Melissa Smith. Carlton again. No, this one.
I think Smith got a fingertip.
And now Smith running the floor. Carlton was able to get a hand. Xander Lucini halfway. way down, and then Atlanta. And then the
Deep into the shot clock are the Lynx. I don't know that Smith
draws out assignment, and the inside finish within 3. Williams elevates.
Details.
Yep. It's a mortuary science Miami native. Okay, Mac. 8 threes in a game last month. The Minnesota defense has been tenacious on her. And now an off. Mitchell left open, and she'll usually make you pay. Boy, Smith doing everything.
Quite again. They're not primarily guarding one another.
Caitlin. That time it barely back of the basket. Aaliyah Boston just put that up with one. Wow. Couldn't get it to go off glass, but a couple of opportunities. Caitlin hit it. It's the second made basket for Clark today. Ride went down. And then acrobatic. Mitchell with another miss, boards it, and puts it in. Courtney Williams.
Unique. It's shorts, too.
Like a fit you saw, 4th straight game, plantar fasciitis.
I think they've gotten good looks. They just haven't been able to connect. They've executed well. Now you do.
That's a 3 for Uhas. Rebound away from a double-double here in the first half.
Goodness gracious, iron on.
And she did shuffle her feet. Good job there. And afternoon in Minnesota, sold out as usual.
Welcome to the studio, girl.
Caitlin off glass. Up with Boston off the switch. That's a tough shot. Oh, and then Kelsey Mitchell couldn't handle it. The other. And then in the corner for the 3. Carlton couldn't.
This is a match. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, we're good. Thank you. Good start here.
Team defense has been good. That's what we do all season, right? And so we're going to compete.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Cheryl Reed, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx teams before the break. Alyssa Smith counted. That's all for the foul. Here is Melissa. We'll be here in Minneapolis, and that got away. Kelsey Mitchell did a good job of basing
that side of the ball. So as a team, they are continuing to grow in their defensive effort.
A gamble defensively by Spartan, left alone, and hits it.
You could.
Mitchell, good defense by McBride. The 4th. Smith. Couldn't get Caitlin, nope. Aaliyah Boston gets it out to Uhas, who puts it in. Samuelson to Clark, who couldn't catch up with it. Carlton just hit a 3 and hits another one. Percentage record here is a Minnesota Lynx again. Kicked by Mitchell and Smith with 15 points, all of them in the first half.
On that one.
So Xander Lassini is in. You know,
3 games prior to this one, but it's so much about matchups, and she's out.
When they lost to Seattle, that was way off the mark.
All right.
We got a challenge now. Came here in Minneapolis, and Cheryl Reeve has challenged an WNBA.com or the WNBA app for all of your information. Clear and conclusive. Samuelson with a little bit of daylight. Xander Lassini right into the teeth of the defense, and it just rolled out. Kelsey Mitchell with the tough shot.
Almost 10 field goal percentage points.
Courtney Williams, Minnesota. Caitlin rims out. Clark with 7 points. Xander Lassini, one-handed floater. Clark behind the back.
This game pretty evenly played from both teams now. Indy 3-point ball.
Turnover for Clark is her 5th turnover, first of the second half. Gorka, nice finish. Shot clock dying for Clark. Behind the back, and then Xander Lassini grabbed her. And they are going to. Well, no doubt that Xander Lassini fouled Clark.
I don't think that was intentional to make contact with the face, but will not go in favor of Caitlin Clark ultimately, but
Typical Caitlin Clark game.
the highs and lows because it's the in the league, right? And that matters.
After takeaway
As well.
Caitlin Clark. Indiana.
All right.
review took 2 minutes, by the way.
All right, there we go.
Getting better. And McBride gets the tech. Bail her arm out in frustration, and that's just not going to work. Carlton!
A beautiful jump shooter.
She's got 4 threes today in having the best year of her WNBA career, averaging 8.5. Caitlin, 1 of 8 from 3, make it 1 of 9. And it stays. She's been active over there.
She has been getting it over on that sideline.
Her team is on an 8-9. And a rebound by Kone, who is in for the first. We got 1 more game. Enrique, 3rd leading scorer behind Asia and Ka. Underneath, Dantas calmly hits the. Bridget Carton this time in. Wheeler, nope. The lead, a 12-3 run to Caitlin Clark with 7 points. But her team is beating Indiana, and that's Carlton's been terrific. Oh my goodness. Clark. It's been what they've done all game. Mitchell with the shot clock expiring. Hall goes right to Bridget Carton. Lucini into Kone, and now Boston joins the block. Samuelson nails it. Sandra Lucini, fouled. Dean Williamson joining you. And this crowd, this is amazing. It seems like there's a
Minnesota here at the Target Center has been a fantastic environment for WNBA basketball.
run. There you see, look at all the Clark shirts. Indiana
Coming over. And there were 2 senior gentlemen.
dying for Samuelson. Who bought it? Off glass.
Maybe last year, this 4th quarter has been a demonstration of that.
Yeah, she says,
Uh-oh.
buckled Carlton's knees. An 11-2 Indiana run. Shot clock single digits for Hull. Got it knocked away by
Similar.
off the inbounds. Here's McKay. Gives it to Smith. Bouncing back on top. Kelsey Mitchell also heating up in the second. Up into the air. K-Mac. It's down by Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell attacks and hits.
On the glass, creating second chance opportunities.
Indiana. Trying to go to
Engine for the Lynx.
Xander Lucini.
Listeners have given the Lynx tremendous confidence in one another. Clark in the 4th quarter in particular, letting the defense come, and then the
Kelsey Mitchell with the drive up, under, and too much. And then they're going to
5 as she took that reverse layup. Atlanta's go to the bench, see if she can get back in rhythm.
Lucini and passed out. Rebound Carlton. Oh boy, Smith was calling for it, but Carlton's pass to 3. Into Boston, give the assist to Clark with the balls. Xander Lucini can't get it to go. Samuelson inside, good ball movement. Game for Indiana, timeout. Great All-American player. 1-point lead for Minnesota.
And Clark's team at the ESPY.
Yes.
But more importantly, Pam, during a commercial break, they should.
Wilson getting an ESPY. Caitlin got one as well. Off the charts, ridiculous.
Otherworldly.
Fouls to get the rebound. McBride misses again. Shot off. There's that defense you talked about.
Necessarily have to go to a 3, but Carlton, Xander Lucini, both have
Harris, while her head coach here will be the U.S. head coach. And she was fouled on her way to that's to go. What a play. Kelsey Mitchell with them in a huge.
That is an incredible play by Mitchell.
Possibly salt this away. And then she delivers. Premature security. Almost a 5-second call. Carlton missed her. There's her mom and her dad. Now, she's played a lot in this building, right? With the big... And Caitlin Clark coming in to target center.
Scored or assisted on all of those. But truly, Aaliyah Boston tonight.
Here,